Hey guys, welcome back to Heritage Hollow Homestead. Today I have a really cool little project that I'm working on. I'm going to take you along. Okay guys, so behind me I have lots of tomato cuttings from my tomato plants. The tomato plants are started from seed. I had to go back through and do a pretty major pruning on them about 5 or 6 days ago, maybe a week ago now. So I went through, I pruned my tomato plants heavily, and I saved some of the best cuttings from those, and I just immediately put them in a jar of water so that they could root, because tomatoes have the amazing ability to just very easily regrow roots. So tomatoes will just, if you've ever let them just kind of fall to the ground and not trellis them up, you've noticed that along their stems they will just grow roots. So I am starting more tomato plants from the ones that I already have, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do with those. Okay, so my plan for these is I'm going to take these out. I'm going to put them in some of my large seed starting containers, like what I would actually sell my tomatoes in. I think they're either a 4 or a 6-inch pot, I'm not for sure. And I'm going to go ahead and let these get established. I'm just going to leave them sitting out in my garden. And I'm just going to keep letting them grow. And my plan for these is, in case any of my tomatoes, something were to happen, my tomato plants, something happens to them, blight or anything like that, I will be able to take the tomato plant out and immediately be able to replace it instead of having to go buy anymore. I live in zone 7B, and our tomatoes will continue to produce well into the end of October, sometimes November. They've been known to even still hold out it up to Thanksgiving. So it will be really nice to have these as a backup to continue to have plenty of tomatoes all the way through my fall gardening as well. So this is kind of my backup plan for the tomatoes plants I already have, as well as looking into my fall garden, adding some extra here and there as I have empty spaces in my garden. So I'm going to walk you through this process. I trimmed these from cuttings directly off the main stem of my tomato plant. And let me see if I can get one out here. What I'm going to be doing is, see those nice roots? That's in less than a week. That's what has happened. Okay, so the little hairs that are on your tomato plants, they will all actually start to just turn into roots. Alright, when I took this cutting off, I went ahead and I trimmed all the leaves on this whole bottom part of the stem off, and then put it in water. So now it's ready for me to put in a pot. You could directly plant these into your garden if you wanted to, and I'm actually going to plant it deep, just like I would when I originally plant my tomato plants, and they'll continue to grow some more roots. So I'm going to plant it about 6 to 8 inches deep, about starting right about there. I'm going to plant that really deep into my pot, as deep as the pot will allow, and I will have an instant tomato plant, and I will show you how I put them in the pot, but it's going to be really super easy. I just had these sitting outside on my table on my porch in glass jars that have water, and they were full when I began, and these have used up a lot of the water. Take them out, add them to my seed starting kind of mix, but like I said, you could add them directly into your garden as well, and they will continue to just grow like a regular tomato plant. And as I have empty spots in my garden, I will be adding these little guys in, and you can have basically an unlimited amount of tomato plants to replace the ones that you already have growing, just by simply taking your prune cuttings whenever you prune your tomato plants and starting new tomato plants with those. So super easy, simple little garden trick here that could save you lots of money. And you know, it's always nice to have a backup plan when you're growing the garden. So let's go get these in pots. Okay guys, so I have a cutting from a tomato here. I am going to just simply be planting this into my pot right here, as deep as possible. Let's take it all the way to the bottom there. I'm just going to cover it up. Okay. And just like that, I have a brand new tomato plant. I'm going to set it over here so I will continue to remember to water it. And I will be on to the next one. Okay. Okay. This one's a big guy. He's a little crooked, so I'm going to try to put him in here so he'll straighten up, hopefully. Maybe kind of at an angle. Okay. And I have another tomato plant. Just like that. It's easy, easy peasy. Let's keep going. Okay. Let's see, this is a really good one. Has lots of roots. And once again, I have peeled off most of the bottom leaves there. And it will send out new leaves once it is really good and established. And we're just going to pop it in there. We have another tomato plant. Okay. Trying to pick out the best looking ones here. See, like, I have that one. It's really small. I don't want to deal with that one. Let's see. Oh, this one has really good roots and it looks really nice and straight. So I'm going to use that one. Okay. That one's really nice. Alrighty, guys. Alright, I got 3 more to go here. Okay, guys, and so there we have 7 brand new little tomato plants ready to go. Once they have rooted in fully, that'll take them 2 or 3 more weeks and they will really be sturdy and will be doing great. And then that's when we will really start to see some growth on them. And then over here I wanted to show you, even though all these were in the same water, there was a lot of them that they never did form roots, so I didn't want to use those. They either because they were not in the water far enough or for whatever reason. So I didn't want to use any of those. Let's see, this one, it didn't have any, whoops, didn't have any roots on it. And that is that. Okay guys, so that was just a quick tomato plant propagation trick that you can do to save time, to have a backup plan, or you could share those with a friend, basically for free. So I hope that little garden tip helps someone out. And you can also do that with mini plants. Tomato plants are very easy because of their rooting tendencies. You could also, let's see, do that with herbs are a great, a lot of herbs are pretty easy to propagate just by taking their longer stems, cutting them, removing the bottom leaves. If you were using herbs, you might want to dip them into a rooting hormone, but you don't have to. You could just use the same method of putting them in a glass of water until you see roots begin to form, and then you could plant those as well. So that's just a simple trick to maximize what's already happening in your garden, and double your plants or triple your plants for free. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye.